Welcome to This Week Inside Sim Racing. I'm Sean. I'm not even going to get through the intro right. I am here to announce the new co-host of the show, Cristy Aranguiz. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you so much, Sean. I'm so excited to be here. I've been looking forward to it. I'm a really big fan of sim racing, cars in general.
You're a little more than just a fan of sim racing and cars. I noticed when you pulled up that your license plate said the Stig.
Yeah, I drive a Toyota Tacoma, and I did get that license plate in Montana.
I would say that makes you a perfect addition to the show.
Absolutely. So let's get started. This week inside Sim Racing, it's sponsored by iRacing.com. You can get 3 months for the price of one by going to our website at InsideSimRacing.tv and clicking that banner. And let's go into our first topic, the Taman Sokol Racing Series by TPS or Touring Pro Series. It's an organized racing league that has about 6 different series running. They're sort of a partner of ours, and it's kind of a really big deal.
And they are sort of a partner of ours, but no relation to me. Taman Sokol is not a relative of mine. I'm Sean Cole, but no relation. Anyway, this new deal, facilitated by the owner of GamePod, will see a 4th season of TPS Virtual Clio Series. It's been rebranded as the Taman Sokol Clio Series, involving 10 events with the Clio Cup 2008 mod for rfactor. It starts in March and finishes up in August 2013.
Taman Sokol, known by fans and commentators alike as TOC, has been a favorite in British touring car championship circles ever since he stepped into his team RAC BMW back in 2007 after dominating the Renault Clio Cup UK Championship in 2006.
The winner of the TOC Clio Series will receive a chance to prove themselves for real with a test drive in one of Team Hard's Volkswagen Golf race cars from the Volkswagen Racing Cup, along with a one-on-one instruction from TOC himself.
Plus a passenger ride with TOC in his brand new Volkswagen Passat CC BTCC car with hotel and flight costs fully covered if applicable. Some restrictions will apply, so if you're over here in the US, you will have to fly yourself over to Europe. But not only that, for all drivers who participate in a set number of races of the season, there is a chance to win a one-of-a-kind special edition TOC branded GamePod racing rig worth well over £1,500.
So that's a lot of prizes for one series. I mean, that's a lot of incentive to run a series anyway, but can you imagine winning that opportunity, getting to go out in a real car, real track?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
awesome
what
stuff.
An adventure.
Yeah. So that takes us to our next adventure, really, and this is one we're hosting. This is the March on Michigan. It's the 2nd annual March on Michigan, and the race is going to take place on March 30th, 2013. Again, this year it's going to feature the iRacing NASCAR truck running a fixed setup at Michigan International Speedway. And this year, it will count for iRating and safety rating, which last year it actually didn't. That's a new addition to the race.
It's going to take place at 1 Eastern. The top slot will be broadcast live. The splits will be divided license class, Pro, A, B, C grouped together, and then Rookie and D class grouped together as well. Splits will be based on qualifying. Those that don't qualify will be sorted by iRating after those that qualify. Like our previous special events, there will be strict rules regarding incidents. Incidents can have an effect on winning a prize. And speaking of prizes, Sean, we have a list starting to grow, don't we?
That is right. Starts off with Tamiya. They're going to give away 2 different models that I've yet to choose. I'm going to go through their list of very fine models and add a couple. However, the Tamiya prizes will only be available to US winners. In addition to that, Thrustmaster is on board again, and they have committed to a prize, and it's the TH8RS shifter. We're also talking to Intel, Nvidia, and a few other companies about prizes for this race, and we'll announce those on a future show.
Each driver who wins their split will get one of these Inside Sim Racing stickers, and the podium finishers will get a certificate made by none other than the guy sitting next to me, Sean Cole. So to be eligible for prizes, you'll need to register in our forums up until the time of the race, and then join us on the high banks of Michigan. I
am so looking forward to this race, 2nd annual. The reason we're doing the same combo is because it was so successful last time.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for it either. On March 6th through the 8th, the iRace for Life seminar will be back in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you're not familiar with iRace for Life, check it out at iraceforlife.org. It's an organization established to help iRacers get back to those in need. They love iRacing, but they also love to give and help others. So this is what iraceforlife.org is all about. Racing, winning, giving. Every time an iRace for Life org team member wins a race on iRacing.com, the iRace for Life team member donates money to help organizations like Hello Somebody provide help to those in need. So you're going back again this year, Sean, and you're actually going to be a presenter or a speaker. So are you nervous? What are you going to discuss?
I don't know if I'm nervous yet. I'm sure when I get up on stage I will be. I'm going to be discussing building your own rig or how to purchase a rig. But in addition to me, you're going to have a bunch of different presenters. You're going to have people talking about racecraft, race setup, how to work with various different products within iRacing. So there's a bunch of information to be obtained, not just what I'm going to be talking about.
Yeah, definitely lots of information. NASCAR Nationwide driver Blake Coach will be joining us during the seminar. He will be participating in the tournaments, panel discussions, and special sessions. So a lot to do packed into just 3 days, and you may have to get off work if you attend because it's Wednesday through Friday and also free. So go to iraceforlife.org, sign up now, and get more information.
You know, I gotta say one more thing about this event. In addition to all those cool seminars and things to be learned, you have a bunch of really cool sim racers. So it's sort of meeting some people that maybe you've raced with online before. The other thing is, at the end, when all the seminars are done, they break into racing. So everybody brought a rig, and it ends up being sort of a massive event in racing.
How fun. How fun. Cool. Great networking. So much fun. That's going to wrap up the first half of the show for us. When we come back, we'll have a new sim rig of the week, as well as a look at a new payware mod for rfactor 2 right after this.
Take your hobby to the next level with a quality racing rig that works great with a PS3, Xbox 360, and a PC. GT Omega Racing Simulator is compatible with a wide range of steering wheels, including Logitech, Fanatec, Thrustmaster, and more. The GT Omega is available now worldwide by going to www.gtomegaracing.com.
Welcome back to This Week Inside Sim Racing. First up on this half of the show is a sim rig of the week. It's been a little while since we've had one, and this one comes to us from our forums member Burry, B_U_R_I.
Yeah, a lot of underscores and letters there, but we'll just call him Burry.
Yeah, definitely. So he's from Slovenia. He originally started with a race-based cockpit design that looks similar to the Ricmotech rig you guys built, Sean.
It's a little similar. You can see a resemblance there for sure, but then he actually wasn't very happy with that design. It was a little wobbly. He didn't have a very comfortable seat on it. So he decided to build himself a new one. He made the plans in Google SketchUp, like the guys who created the Omigogo chair that we recently reviewed. First he did a quick frame, and it was his first time using SketchUp, so it actually took him quite a while.
Well, he wanted to make it a little better looking, so he watched about 50 YouTube SketchUp tutorials, and this is what he came up with next. From there, he got to work. After he cut all the square tubes, it was time to start welding. Here's a shot of the basic frame spot welded together to see how it all fits. After making sure it all worked, he had some fun welding it all together, and look what he came up with.
You know, what's cool about spot welding, it's sort of that measure twice, cut once. It's your way of making sure everything worked out well.
And Sean is an expert welder over here. He really likes playing with fire, apparently.
Yeah, I like melting things in general, so I'd like to take that project on. Anyway, using that SketchUp, he was able to take that nook in his apartment and make sure the whole rig fit right into that corner. So, Cristy, can you believe that Google SketchUp is actually a free program? And then even more surprising, can you believe the lengths that we sim racers will go to just to get a perfect sim rig?
Yeah, technology right now is just incredible, and I guess you got to do what you got to do. So he's got this all set up to race on the PC with his Thrustmaster T500 wheel and pedal set. He also uses the setup for other PC stuff, so his keyboard tray articulates and allows for different positions. So thanks to Burry for sharing your rig with us, and if you'd like an Inside Sim Racing sticker for your rig, send Sean an email at sean@insidesimracing.tv. He'll get one out to you ASAP.
Right away. Next up on the show, we want to talk about a series that's starting up on February 28th, and it's running 36 weeks in the iRacing Nationwide car, and we're sponsoring it. It's the Asphalt Assault TV series, and it will emulate the real Nationwide series in schedule, and they're going to broadcast all 36 races with our partners at ETV Live.
Right, an entry fee of $24 will cover that first segment for 8 events. After that first segment, RSR will reset series for the second segment of 9 broadcast events at $27 for drivers to continue in the broadcast series. They will be using the iRacing fixed setups for the Impala B car. The NASCAR point system will be in effect with no drop weeks. New entries are required to have an Oval Class B and I rating between 1300 and 5500. Oval Pro and World Championship drivers are not eligible for the series.
To watch these events, you can see them on our broadcast schedule at www.isrtv.com or go to realsimracing.com to sign up for that series or any of the other series that they have running in iRacing.
So last up on our show, rfactor 2 is starting to get more content coming on a regular basis. Something that came out recently is the T5 touring car mod. United Racing Design has it available on their website.
The T5 is a fictional series featuring 500 horsepower silhouette touring cars which look just like the cars from a popular European touring series.
So both the Aura T5 and the Bayro T5 are available individually, coming with 6 paint schemes each and selling for €5 a piece. The cars are also available in a combo pack for €10. Buyers of the pack will also receive the third car model that will complete the series for free.
The third car is called the Morez, and like the Bayro T5 and the Aura T5, the car is a silhouette touring car powered by a 500 horsepower V8 engine. So to me it looks like the Audi, the BMW, and the Mercedes now.
Yeah, that sounds beautiful. Sean, you took the first 2 cars for a spin yesterday. What do you think?
They're decent cars for sure, but this is for rfactor 2, which is sort of not fully evolved yet or incomplete, and even these mods to an extent could be considered slightly incomplete. They did have good sounds, there was some pretty decent feel, but it's kind of hard to know the end direction of it.
Okay, well this leads us to a new show we're going to launch in conjunction with this show. It's called Inside Sim Racing Opinionation. This is in response to the controversy that you recently brewed in some recent shows. You want to talk to us a little bit about that?
We definitely brewed some controversy, and I think the main lesson to be learned was that, well, I mean, for the big thing is we want to mix things up a little bit. There's some good thought that people need to discuss out there, but maybe it was important that we remove it from this show and put it on its own arena. So that way this show can be what it's always been, which is some great sim racing information, and then let that other show be where we can really mix it up. And then those who maybe are a little more sensitive might not want to tune in for that one.
Right, so we definitely want to hear from you. So that's going to wrap up this week Inside Sim Racing. We hope you've enjoyed the show.
And before we go, we got to thank Cristy for being here with us. Now you've got one show under your belt. How did it feel?
You know, it felt great. I'm so excited to keep going. So
you
I'm
did
really
a
excited.
great job. I like sitting next to you. You certainly bring a new look to the show.
Yeah, well, and we'll be on Opinionation together, so that'll be exciting as well. You can visit us at www.isrtv.com. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to us here on YouTube. So for Sean Cole, I'm Cristy Aranguiz. Keep watching.
GT Chassis Racing Rigs provided by Human Racing. Go to humanracing.co.th.
The rear cam. Whoa, there are a lot more objects in the parking lot now. And they're there. See that?
Yeah?